Hello everyone, this is HappyAnimaidCafeManager here with another walkthrough episode for the game Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. I gotta work tomorrow, so I got time for another video or two. So let's see the events unfold. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, HappyAnimaidCafeManager. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Miss Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, I guess, if that's the case, then let's hear her testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake. When the channeling started, I was sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. It was oh my god, totally my sister! I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, told me something, totally terrible. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Yeah. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Do I totally, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Annie? She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the truth real truths behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds in the lunch they served that day. I had this premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were asleep? A little later, someone came to the room really suddenly. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Yeah. My stomach is totally ready for, food. No. I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room. Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really... That's it? Why did you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Mr. Meanie Miney? You were happy in a sad way. Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But when most people react here with a surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again, but maybe if I was someone who didn't know about the occult, but I know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, that. What she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. There wasn't any reason for me to, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her! You know the phrase objection. Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Oh, it is very important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright. Mr. Wright, Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Okay. I'm totally cool with that. I wasn't, scared at all, and, her costume looked totally, normal. So, there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Yeah, nothing was, weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? Something terrible. What was this thing she told you? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? Foolish fool with a foolish sigh for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I have to hear the story again? Oh, hang on. Before I continue, I bet any of you who wouldn't know where this sentence is from. Like, here, look where I'm pointing with my finger. Well, excuse me, princess. Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. Okay, time up. Well, that quote is supposed to be from the Legend of Zelda cartoon. Well, excuse me, princess. Man, that should have been an all-time popular meme. Ask to hear it again. I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie? Like, how was that? It was a little scary. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I, like, put too much spookiness into it. I know there has to be something here I could use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Totally, like, normal. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, but I don't really think you thought at all, but take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone like this appeared before you. The blood spray! Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney, I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. And what were you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand though. First of all, calm yourself down, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I, like, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. After the murder, part 2. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know. So the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended it right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Graham. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Really, because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause, witness. You may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too. Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, when you mean? When? When you... I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out, but witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. No good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find something sort of a hitch in her statement, she'll end the trial, I know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen. We can't give up. Yeah, I got to take the opportunity to save while I'm ahead. Because I doubt my penalty gauge is going to be restored after the trial. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? They are, aren't they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. I didn't see anyone on the way, like the channeling chamber. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center of the garden. The garden? Yep, which means anyone walking through the area would have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was fleeing her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish? There is no way someone walking along the winding way could have noticed Pearl. Oops, silly me, slip of the finger. Mr. Wright, you need to keep control of that finger of yours. As I thought, this is the wrong piece of evidence. Ow! An irresponsible lawyer has no place in this court. I suggest you go home. Ow! So it's come down to a blunt go home. Don't overthink this. All you need to do is remember what happened yesterday. There is no way someone walking along the winding way could have noticed Pearl. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn? Yow! Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? The urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Wow! What? Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at that time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she says. That thing is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Help me, Mia. I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So just this once, do you want me to help you out? Yes, please help me. Please, I need your help right now. Hold on. First, calm down, Phoenix. Good. That girl, she slipped up with her words. Her words? If she really was in this side room the entire time, then she just testified about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of. And what is that? The rest is for you to figure out on your own. Mr. Wright, what is your answer? Okay, time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? It's in her testimony just now. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I could see that Miss Spade was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. However, you didn't go there by the way of the winding way. But look at the modern guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use a winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was HappyAnimaidCafeManager. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? She was here. Phoenix, did you turn the map upside down? Ow! She slapped me on the wrist. There is no way she could have committed the crime from there. You two. Keep disrupting this court and this trial is over. Is that clear? Yes, Your Honor. Sorry. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? I had a brain fart just now, so Miss Mine was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Mine was at the scene of the crime. Order! That's what... Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, to be continued, baby.